Hello and welcome to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 1st of June. My god, where has the time gone? It's a lovely summer day, and on this day I'm bringing you some rumours regarding Resident Evil, as we're going to be seeing a Resident Evil game being announced at E3. However, the latest turn of the rumour mill has suggested that it won't actually be Resident Evil 7. This is according to a recent report, as of course this is a rumour. Do take everything I say in this video with a grain of salt, but this rumour comes from NeoGAF, and basically hints that this new unannounced title will be a Revelations style game and will feature 3 returning characters from the series, 1 male and 2 female. Now, what's rather interesting and has got both me and Paul speculating like mad is that 2 of these characters have not been seen in a decade, and one of them has never made an appearance in game, and this is according of course to the leaked information. So, obviously the question on our minds was, who could these characters possibly be? Now the in-game thing, I'm actually suspecting that that's a little bit of a play on words, to be honest, because, well, there are numerous female or male characters that we could be talking about here. But the never made an appearance in-game could mean a character that is often spoken of but never seen, but I couldn't think of anyone obvious, rather, that fits that category. If you do, let us know, of course. But I think if we are looking at a play on words here, we could be actually looking at Hunnigan from Resident Evil 4, and of course she does appear a little bit in later games as well. Now the reason I think it could be her is because, well, we technically see her, but we don't actually see her because it's always via a communication device. So technically she hasn't made an appearance in game. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But for the others, we have many possibilities. Now, I think the chances are pretty high that we could be looking at Rebecca and Claire for the females, and Barry for the male. However, there's also another possibility for the male, and it took us a while to rack our brains and think of him, but there's also Billy Cohen from Resident Evil 0, who of course we have not seen since that title, and we haven't seen Rebecca since then either, so we could even see a return of those 2 as a team, or maybe Billy with Claire, or Claire with Rebecca even. So the possibilities are pretty high, and the chances are good that it could also be Barry as well. Now, what would be the best thing? Rebecca and Barry would be pretty cool. Barry and Claire would be pretty damn badass. Or Claire and Rebecca, that would be pretty awesome as well. Another possibility for the females is Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4, but to be honest, I don't see them bringing her back. She wasn't exactly the most loved character ever. I don't see them bringing her back as like a, oh my god, look who's back, look who we haven't seen since Resident Evil 4. It's going to be like, oh god, really? You know, the reaction they would get from the fans is probably not like, oh my god, it's so-and-so that they're looking for. You know, if we saw Claire again, or we saw Rebecca again, or we saw Barry again, it would be that kind of reaction. So I think it could be more interesting. Now, what do they mean by Revelation style of game? Well, you can easily argue that Revelations was the first actual survival horror-esque game we've seen in Resident Evil since, well, Resident Evil 4, basically. So it couldn't necessarily be a bad thing that we're not seeing a numbered title, as of course Resident Evil 5 and 6 were a massive deviation from the survival horror roots of the Resident Evil series. And Revelations, while it had its problems, was definitely more of a return to the formula we all know and love. So having a Revelation-style game is probably for the best, to be honest. So hit us up with your speculations, guys. Who do you think the characters are going to be? Who do you think is most likely? And as I said, if you can think of any other candidates for these slots, then do let us know. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.